Welcome to our deep dive into Dagger Hilt, a powerful tool that has become essential for Android developers, especially those preparing for interviews. In this video, we'll explore why mastering Dagger Hilt can give you a competitive edge, how it simplifies dependency injection, and why it's now the standard in Android development. Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting out, understanding Dagger Hilt will help you build more modular, maintainable apps and impress interviewers with your technical expertise. Let's begin by setting the stage for why dependency injection matters and how Dagger Hilt fits into the bigger picture of Android architecture. Dependency injection is a fundamental concept in Android development, enabling developers to manage dependencies efficiently and promote code modularity. By decoupling components, dependency injection makes code easier to test, maintain, and scale. Dagger Hilt, as a library, streamlines this process, offering a more accessible and intuitive approach compared to traditional methods. In this scene, we'll discuss the importance of dependency injection and how Dagger Hilt has revolutionized the way Android apps are built, making it easier for developers to focus on core functionality rather than boilerplate code. Dagger Hilt builds upon the foundations of Dagger 2, a popular dependency injection framework. While Dagger 2 is powerful, it can be complex and requires significant setup. Dagger Hilt simplifies this by introducing layered components and standardized annotations, eliminating the need for multiple custom components. This makes dependency injection more accessible and intuitive, allowing developers to focus on building features rather than managing intricate dependency graphs. We'll explore the relationship between Dagger Hilt and Dagger 2, highlighting the improvements that make Hilt the preferred choice for modern Android projects. Dagger Hilt offers several key features that make it stand out in the world of Android development. First, it provides simplicity, making dependency injection easier to grasp and implement. Second, Hilt acts as a wrapper around Dagger 2, abstracting away complexities and reducing boilerplate code. Third, it has become the standard implementation for dependency injection in Android, thanks to its growing popularity. Finally, Dagger Hilt automates code generation, handling object creation and dependency resolution behind the scenes. These features collectively make Dagger Hilt a must-have for any Android developer. Begin using Dagger Hilt in your Android app. You need to follow a few essential steps. First, add the necessary Dagger Hilt dependencies to your app's build.gradle file. Next, enable the Kotlin Annotation Processing Tool, Kapt plugin, which processes Dagger Hilt annotations during the build process. Then, leverage Dagger Hilt annotations to define and inject dependencies throughout your app. With Dagger Hilt in place, the framework takes care of object creation and dependency resolution, reducing boilerplate code and making your codebase more maintainable. These steps set the foundation for efficient dependency management in your projects. Dagger Hilt streamlines the setup process that was previously complex with Dagger 2. By introducing layered components and standardized annotations, Hilt removes the need for multiple custom components and annotations. This not only reduces complexity, but also improves code readability and maintainability. Developers can now focus on building robust features without worrying about intricate dependency graphs. In this scene, we'll look at how Dagger Hilt simplifies the implementation of dependency injection, making it more accessible for developers at all levels. One of the standout features of Dagger Hilt is its provision of standardized annotations. Unlike Dagger 2, where developers often had to define custom annotations, Dagger Hilt comes with a set of predefined annotations that simplify the dependency injection process. These annotations serve as a layer on top of other annotations, providing a more intuitive and standardized approach. This not only reduces complexity, but also makes code easier to read and maintain. We'll explore how these standardized annotations contribute to a smoother development experience. Dagger Hilt employs a layer-based approach in its annotation system. This means there is a parent annotation, and other annotations inherit from it. By utilizing this approach, Dagger Hilt eliminates the need to define multiple custom annotations, reducing complexity and improving code readability. This system ensures that dependencies are scoped correctly and promotes efficient object creation. We'll discuss how this layer-based approach helps developers manage dependencies more effectively and supports modular architecture. Fully leverage Dagger Hilt's streamlined features, it's important to refer to the official documentation. The documentation provides detailed explanations of annotations and their usage, enabling developers to understand the nuances of dependency injection. By studying the documentation, you can master Dagger Hilt's capabilities and apply them effectively in your projects. This scene emphasizes the value of thorough documentation and encourages developers to explore it for in-depth understanding. Layered components are a core concept in Dagger Hilt, allowing for modular architecture. The singleton component represents the top-level component, applicable in the application context. Hilt also enables the creation of activity component or fragment component, as per specific requirements. This flexibility ensures that dependencies are scoped correctly, promoting efficient object creation and management. We'll explore how layered components support modularity and scalability in Android apps. Hilt Android app annotation is a crucial component in Dagger Hilt's architecture. It is placed in the application class to signify the entry point for Dagger Hilt in your Android app. By adding this annotation, you provide a reference to the application context, which other Dagger Hilt annotations can access. Behind the scenes, a Hilt Android app triggers the generation of Dagger code required for dependency injection. This annotation acts as a gateway, allowing other annotations to access the application context seamlessly. Android entry point annotation is another vital element in Dagger Hilt's integration process. It is placed on top of the main activity in your Android app, indicating the entry point for dependency injections. By applying this annotation, you inform Dagger Hilt about the class where dependencies need to be injected. Consistency is key. If a class is annotated with an Android entry point and other classes depend on it, those dependent classes must also have the annotation. This ensures the entire dependency graph is properly set up for injection. Inject annotation is used when you want to build a particular object and execute its constructor. Inject provides Dagger Hilt with the information needed to build that object. This annotation is fundamental to the dependency injection process, allowing developers to specify which constructors should be used for object creation. By using inject, you enable Dagger Hilt to manage object creation efficiently, reducing manual setup and boilerplate code. Module annotation in Dagger Hilt serves as a directive to inform the framework that a particular class will be used to provide dependencies. By annotating a class with module, you create a module specifically designed to define the dependencies that will be used in the application. Inside a module, you can use the provides annotation to define methods that generate instances of dependencies. This allows developers to customize the dependency injection process and manage dependencies more effectively. Install in singleton component. Class annotation is particularly valuable when dealing with dependencies that are expensive to create or should be shared across the entire application. By scoping such dependencies within the singleton component, Dagger Hilt ensures they are created only once and reused throughout the application's lifespan. This optimization can greatly improve performance and resource usage, especially in scenarios such as retrofit calls or heavy object creation. We'll see how install-in helps manage resources efficiently. Utilizing binds, developers can streamline the process of binding interfaces to their respective implementations. Unlike traditional methods that involve using provides and creating instances within modules, binds eliminates the need for instantiating the implementation class explicitly. Instead, it establishes a direct binding between the interface and the implementation, reducing boilerplate code and simplifying the overall configuration. This makes dependency management more efficient and less error-prone. Dagger Hilt simplifies dependency injection by introducing layered components, such as the singleton component, enabling efficient object creation and management. The install-in singleton component class annotation signifies the seamless integration of Dagger Hilt and represents an improvement over the complexity of Dagger 2. Singleton component specializes in scoping dependencies within the application context, while activity component and fragment component allow for more granular dependency management. Dagger Hilt's injection process involves initial checks for inject constructors, searching for provides within relevant components, and utilizing the singleton component for object creation and injection. By delving into Dagger Hilt, developers gain the ability to efficiently manage dependencies, enhance code quality, and optimize application performance. The streamlined approach offered by Hilt allows for better modularity, easier testing, and improved maintainability. As you master Dagger Hilt, you'll find that your Android projects become more robust and scalable, setting you apart in interviews and real-world development scenarios. Staying updated is crucial for Android developers. There are newsletters written by Android developers for Android developers, offering insights into apps in the news, interview questions, coding memes, core concepts, expert advice, and interesting Twitter threads. Subscribing to such resources can help you stay ahead in the fast-evolving Android ecosystem and prepare effectively for interviews. Keeping track of trending apps and their features can provide valuable insights for Android developers. Understanding what makes these apps successful, the technologies they use, and the challenges they solve can inspire your own projects and help you answer interview questions with real-world examples. We'll look at how following app news can enhance your development skills. Preparing for Android interviews involves understanding common questions about dependency injection, Dagger Hilt, and modular architecture. Interviewers often ask about the differences between Dagger Hilt and Dagger 2, the purpose of annotations, and how to manage dependencies efficiently. We'll discuss some typical interview questions and how mastering Dagger Hilt can help you answer them confidently. Learning interesting facts about popular apps can broaden your perspective as an Android developer. For example, understanding how top apps use dependency injection, modular architecture, and efficient resource management can provide inspiration for your own projects. These facts also make for engaging conversation during interviews and networking events. Coding memes and humor are a fun way to stay motivated and connected with the developer community. Sharing and enjoying memes about dependency injection, Dagger Hilt, and Android development can lighten the mood and foster camaraderie among developers. We'll highlight how humor can be a valuable tool in learning and collaboration. Recapping core concepts is essential for solidifying your understanding of Dagger Hilt and dependency injection. Reviewing key features, annotations, and the layer-based approach will help you retain important information and apply it effectively in interviews and projects. We'll summarize the most critical concepts covered so far. Expert advice can make a significant difference in your learning journey. Android development experts recommend mastering Dagger Hilt, understanding modular architecture, and staying updated with the latest trends. Listening to advice from experienced developers can help you avoid common pitfalls and accelerate your growth. Twitter threads by Android developers often contain valuable insights, tips, and discussions about Dagger Hilt, dependency injection, and best practices. Following these threads can help you stay informed, learn from real-world experiences, and connect with the developer community. We'll highlight the importance of engaging with social media for professional development. Modular architecture is a key benefit of using Dagger Hilt. By organizing your app into modules, you can manage dependencies more effectively, improve code maintainability, and scale your projects with ease. Modular architecture also makes testing and debugging simpler, as each module can be developed and tested independently. Dagger Hilt ensures efficient object creation by scoping dependencies within the appropriate components. Singleton component, activity component, and fragment component allow for granular control over object lifecycles. This efficiency translates to better performance and resource management in your Android apps. Dagger Hilt automates code generation, handling object creation and dependency resolution behind the scenes. This automation reduces manual setup, minimizes errors, and speeds up development. Developers can focus on building features rather than managing complex dependency graphs, resulting in faster and more reliable app development. Maintainable codebase is crucial for long-term success in Android development. Dagger Hilt's streamlined approach to dependency injection, modular architecture, and automated code generation contribute to a codebase that is easy to maintain, scale, and debug. We'll discuss best practices for keeping your codebase clean and maintainable. Testing is an integral part of Android development. Dagger Hilt's modular architecture and standardized annotations make it easier to write unit tests and integration tests. By injecting mock dependencies, you can test individual components in isolation, ensuring reliability and robustness in your apps. Performance optimization is a major advantage of using Dagger Hilt. By scoping dependencies within singleton component and automating object creation, Hilt minimizes resource usage and improves app performance. This is especially important for apps with heavy object creation or frequent network calls, such as those using retrofit. Preparing for Android interviews requires a solid understanding of Dagger Hilt, dependency injection, and modular architecture. Reviewing key concepts, practicing coding questions, and staying updated with the latest trends will help you stand out. We'll share practical tips for interview preparation and how to showcase your expertise with Dagger Hilt. Dagger Hilt is used in real-world Android projects to manage dependencies, optimize performance, and maintain modular architecture. Examples include apps with complex data flows, multiple activities and fragments, and heavy network operations. Understanding these use cases can help you apply Dagger Hilt effectively in your own projects. While Dagger Hilt simplifies dependency injection, there are common pitfalls to watch out for. These include inconsistent annotation usage, improper scoping of dependencies, and neglecting modular architecture. We'll discuss how to avoid these mistakes and ensure your projects remain robust and maintainable. The Android developer community offers a wealth of resources, including blogs, newsletters, Twitter threads, and forums. Engaging with the community can help you stay updated, learn from others, and find solutions to common challenges. We'll highlight the importance of community involvement for professional growth. To deepen your understanding of Dagger Hilt and Android development, explore recommended reading materials such as official documentation, expert blogs, and technical articles. These resources provide in-depth explanations, practical examples, and best practices for mastering dependency injection. Continuous learning is essential for staying relevant in Android development. Technologies evolve rapidly, and mastering tools like Dagger Hilt requires ongoing education. Attend webinars, participate in online courses, and engage with the community to keep your skills sharp and up to date. Networking with other Android developers can open doors to new opportunities, collaborations, and learning experiences. Attend conferences, join online forums, and participate in developer meetups to expand your professional network and stay informed about industry trends. Showcasing your projects that utilize Dagger Hilt and modular architecture can impress interviewers and potential employers. Highlight how you manage dependencies, optimize performance, and maintained code quality. Sharing your work on platforms like GitHub and LinkedIn can boost your visibility and credibility. Learning from experts in Android development can accelerate your growth. Follow industry leaders, read their blogs, and watch their tutorials to gain insights into best practices, advanced techniques, and real-world applications of Dagger Hilt. Expert guidance can help you master complex concepts and avoid common mistakes. Staying motivated is key to mastering Dagger Hilt and succeeding in Android interviews. Set achievable goals, celebrate milestones, and engage with the developer community to maintain enthusiasm. Remember, learning is a journey and persistence will help you reach your objectives. Applying your knowledge of Dagger Hilt in real projects is the best way to solidify your understanding. Experiment with different architectures, manage dependencies, and optimize performance. Practical experience will prepare you for interviews and help you build high-quality Android apps. Mastering Dagger Hilt is a key to success in Android interviews and real-world development. Its streamlined approach to dependency injection, modular architecture, and automated code generation make it an indispensable tool for modern Android projects. By continuously learning, engaging with the community, and applying your knowledge, you can become a standout Android developer. In summary, Dagger Hilt simplifies dependency injection, supports modular architecture, and automates code generation. To continue your journey, explore official documentation, participate in community discussions, and apply your skills in real projects. With dedication and practice, you'll be well prepared for Android interviews and ready to build scalable, maintainable apps.